after what looked like probably a bit of heat exhaustion early. Very, very warm for November here, Ramiz.
It is actually. Bangladesh have played their cards tremendously well, so no need really to drag this to the 50th over. They've got to finish it right now, and so 5 wickets down Afghanistan. They're not really looking for heroics there. Got to seize on the mentality, and the mentality right now is to survive. So you get your best bowlers in now. Sharaful is a good choice at this stage of the game. 5.2 overs, none for 15. So if they can get rid of Hashmatullah, is on 19 of 39, he remains the linchpin. He'll probably be the glue from here till the end. Get the fielders in, make sure that they're not allowed an easy passage across to the other end. So kill that rotation of strike, because they're not looking for 4s and 6s right now, unless it's a real rank bad ball.
I agree with you. I think they could be a little bit more attacking, couldn't they? It's almost what you describe right now as a regulation field. They're almost waiting for the batter to make a mistake. They're just doing their basics right. You can see the shape that Sharaful has generated. That was early. Generally been scrambled seam. I thought Mustafizer was the pick of the bowlers, but it's just almost as though Afghanistan haven't been able to find the pace or the timing or any rhythm with their batting unit. Another sign of that there. Yet another one mistimed. Plenty of time for Afghanistan to get back into the contest, though, and that's one of the great things I adore about ODI cricket. You think about this situation at a T20, the game could well be gone. But 30 overs to bat. Build a partnership here, the fireworks of Rashid Khan, and then the youngster Gazanfar to come. Afghanistan can still get up above that par total.
Absolutely, they can become competitive once again. It's also important for somebody like Shantu to become a different captain in this scenario, because this is run-of-the-mill kind of captaincy that we are seeing from Bangladesh. So obviously, you know, the field is in, but it's not an attacking field. What he can do is to maybe just experiment just a little bit more from leadership point of view to give himself, you know, an outside chance of a wicket. And this happens with most of the subcontinent captains. You know, they do the killing bit up front, and then they wait and hang him there for the team ready to make mistakes and get them on a platter. 78 for platter. 78 for 5.
خوش هستم که در وطن خود روزی حلال به دست میارم.
ملت از ماست، ما از ملت.
Rich with promise, isn't he, Rashad Hussain? And he's dispatched. And that is trademark Mohammad Nabi. Tossed up, perhaps looking to tempt Nabi. And all Nabi was tempted to do was hit it onto the main road.
Well, his radar just lit up the moment Rashad came on to bowl and fed him there. It was in the range, and what a mighty hit. Normally when you're under pressure, you tend to lose the target at times. You're so consumed in making it happen, but playing carefully. But this is why Nabi is so lethal and so threatening. Got this great ability to take the game away from you. It's pretty tall, Rishad, so he'll get the ball to bounce and may just feed into Nabi's arc.
Just about to say, Rishad Hussain, that Rich potentially has been signed in the Big Bash League down under this year. Just the second Bangladeshi player to be signed in that. The Hurricanes after Shakib Al Hassan. We heard Brian Murgatroyd talking about him wanting to evolve into a multi-format player, and particularly for leg spinners, it's difficult for all cricketers to kind of rotate their game for all three formats. Hasn't played Test match cricket yet, but look at how big a hit this is. Is that out in the main road, Ramiz?
I think it'll help him if he plays all the formats, because you learn a great deal as a bowler, as a leg spinner, when you're bowling in Test match cricket. Appeal, magnificent appeal from the keeper, but umpire is not shaken. Is Shantu going to listen to Mushfiq? What is he thinking? They've gone for it.
TV umpire to director. We have a player review for caught behind. On-field decision is not out. I have checked the feet. It's a fair delivery. Front on, please. Appears to be gap between ball and bat. To perform ultra edge, please. Keep rolling, nice and slow. I can see gap between ball and bat. Yeah, satisfied, no bat involved. Can you go back on field, please? Alex, stay with your original not out decision.
One of the best in the business is big Alex Wharf. Got that decision spot on the money. I think what deceived Bangladesh and the highly experienced Mushfiqur Rahim was the fact that I think after missing the ball, Hashmatullah Shahidi's bat hit the ground. So there was a noise. We heard it through this mic, but it was well after the ball went by. And he was the one, I think, who convinced Shanto to go upstairs. So they've lost a review. They have just one left for this first innings now. Fully agree with your point about young wrist spinners being given a chance in multi-day cricket to learn their craft, to hone their craft. Has played 21 first-class games, but he's averaging 45. You get away with the inconsistency, don't you, in the shorter formats, particularly T20 with the 5 fielders in the deep, all the way outside the power play. It's even trickier in ODI cricket, only 4 outside the circle at this stage. 9 from that over, 87 for 5.
پریزما ځانګړی او د لوړ کیفیت لرونکی جوس پریزما د افغانستان په کچه لومړی درجه جوس نړیوال معیار هیوادنی تولید پریزما د افغانستان کرکټ ملي ډلې د بریا په هیله
You're watching us live here from Sharjah Cricket Stadium. It's a Firebird production for the Afghanistan Cricket Board. Andrew Leonard here alongside Ramiz Raja. Great to have Ramiz with us for this series. Ramiz, there's never a dull day in cricket in this part of the world, is there? Lots going on in Pakistan, lots going on in Bangladesh too. But one of the big stories of the last 12 months in the world of cricket has been this Afghanistan side. How impressive have they been between that 50-over World Cup run and now the T20 World Cup run too in USA and the Caribbean?
I mean, it's just magnificent talent that is coming through. they've always been brave heart, very resilient as a cricket nation. That's gone fine for 4. All it needed was an edge. It carried through. The outfield is massively quick.
Ramiz, we were saying it off air, we said it a little bit on air too. This is not proactive captaincy. You've got the opposition in all sorts of trouble. If you slip in right now, all of a sudden it's 87 for 6. And Sharaful and Mustafiz have created enough opportunities to surely deserve it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no threat of them being batted out of this contest. Afghanistan is looking to survive the next few overs. So you've got to look at the mentality, what they're thinking, what the opposition wants to do here. No slip, fine, it works perfectly for them. It allows a captain to experiment with field set, with field positions. And so if you get an aggressive field for a bowler, in fact, I think the bowler should be asking for an aggressive field, because only he knows what kind of threat he is to the batter.
Ramiz, is this the same field we would see for Bangladesh right now at this stage of the game if Afghanistan were 100 for 1?
Yeah, absolutely. It'll probably be the same field. Maybe you have a long off in place. But here's a great opportunity for somebody like Shantu to experiment with his leadership skills, because you hardly get such a time out there in a live situation where you can expand the range as a leader. So what you do when you set an aggressive field, you're asking or forcing a bowler to think aggressively also. You're forcing him to think wickets, and the only way to quieten the proceedings is to pick wickets.
And for me, it started in the 11th over. It's almost as though they have the template of where the fields are going to be for the 3 different power plays for the 3 phases. They took 2 wickets in the 10th over. And then when it went to the 11th over, immediately 4 fielders went into the deep, the boundary riders went in, the slip fielders came out. Now at that point, Afghanistan were 36 for 4. And then after they got the big wicket of Gulbuddin Naib, another chance to go on the attack. Rather than being proactive here, I just wonder, could Shanto go more on the hunt for wickets?
Yeah, and he's waiting for things to happen. And that can't be right in any format. He's given himself a great chance really to topple Afghanistan. First up with the ball.
And that's having lost the toss, of course, as well. If this partnership builds, the game will very much come back into the balance.
Leg side picked up and picked up so beautifully that it's gone all the way. In the air, but straight to the fielder who misses it. Pull him!
Just saying that they've got to be selective with their shot.
افغانستان د بنگلاديش پر وړاندې په دویمه ورځنۍ سیالۍ کې شنبه ماسپښین 1 بجه او 13 دقیقې په ژوندۍ او قانوني بڼه له ملي سپورټ څخه.
Ball, lovely. Beauty.
Afghanistan winning the toss and batting first, 93 for 5. A partnership developing. 2 experienced campaigners in the middle. In the commentary box, I'm Devendra. With me is Farid Fidai. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Devendra. The key absolutely is partnership. You can make one when you have open communication, have good understanding, and a shared vision as to where you want to go. You break your game in smaller patches. Say, let's put together some score for the next 5 overs. Let's take another 5 overs. And next to bat are Rashid Khan, and then you do not want to look further. But Nangyal Kharote can bat, of course. Allah Muhammad Ghazanfar is also very handy with the bat. But again, you want to look at more specialist batters.
down the leg side, and currently the focus should be on developing a partnership or getting through this passage of play. Rashid to come.
Well, Nabi missed on that. It was wide, yes, but it could have been a 4. It was down the leg side. I think with the leg spinners, sometimes they can bowl strange deliveries. Nabi opening his arm. The call is for 2, and they comfortably complete 2.
Taken up spaces in the outfield to the offside. Focus rotation has been in this partnership about strike rotation, and that's what they've been able to do. 26 of 29 to set batters in the middle. We would like to take this innings to 40th over, and then Afghanistan back in the safe territory. The rest of the batters would like to unfold the bat.
Yes.
It's bowling nicely to Rashad after being hit 6 of his first over.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Talking about the feelings that the different fans have. Of course, Bangladesh fans will not want for the pair to stick there longer. Already 26 runs in this partnership, and a free-flowing 6 from bat of Mohammad Nabi are not good signs for the Bangladesh. So it's important that, on the other hand, Afghanistan stick together and build a strong partnership. 98 for 5 after 25.
فقیر سټیل شپېته ګریډ څخه تر 15 پورې ګل سیخ تولیدوي چې د نړیوال ASTM 615 سټنډرډ سره برابره ده. فقیر سټیل د کیفیت او ځواک سمبول.
Halfway through to the first innings, 98 for 5. Bit of stutter at the beginning for Afghanistan with bat in hand, winning the toss and batting first. What would you attribute to follow-up wickets? Is that because of the nature of the surface? Is that because batters didn't read the conditions well early on?
Well, I'd love for the fall of the wicket to be shown, and then we could possibly have a look at that. But when you look at that, Rahmanullah Gurbaz, for instance, getting just a little early on the shot, couldn't read the surface well. Yeah, that was the right approach, went close to the ball, used his speed, but he was just a touch faster. And then Rahmat Shah, he's been nicking, but when you look at the fall of the wickets, the good thing is some partnership building. This one for the 27 run now, and the previous one between Gulbuddin Naib and the skipper Rahmatullah Shahidi. So that will give him some confidence that they can go out scoring 200 plus run. So continuing that, I think Rahmat Shah and those concerns that we saw back in Bangladesh when Afghanistan was playing against Bangladesh, nicking it to the keeper, nicking it to the slip cordon. Azmatullah Omarzai was really stunned the way the ball swung. I think it just swung a little more than he was expecting, and with an indecisive shot lost his wicket. Gulbuddin Naib just sent him straight into the hand of the short mid-wicket. So all in all, I think it has been good bowling from Bangladesh, where we've seen good discipline from him, but at the same time a few errors maybe from the Afghanistan batters as well. When you look at this, especially from the viewpoint of the fact that it didn't read the surface well.
Nicely bowled. 100 up for Afghanistan. 100 for 5. Hashmat, the captain of the side, 25 for 53. A patient innings from him. Nabi, 19 of 17. Long on the boundary. End of the over. 100 for 5.
خوش هستیم که در وطن ما امنیت است، در وطن خود خدمت میکنیم.
سرلوړی دی وي خپلواک آزاد او اسلامی افغانستان.
King strokes. I remember that innings against Sri Lanka, accompanied with Azmatullah Omarzai.
Bowling.
From similar position.
Yeah, and I had the honor to witness that live and commentate on that. 100 for both Azmatullah Omarzai and Mohammad Nabi really put together a strong performance there. Unfortunately, that was for a losing cause though. But nonetheless, it was a brilliant partnership, more than 200 runs. The second highest 6-wicket partnership, I believe it was. This one again in the slot and has been dispatched for a maximum. Mohammad Nabi, what a great looking shot that is.
Magnificent strike from Nabi. Calculative assault, they say. A lovely touch-up delivery. Picks the length early and smacks it over long on. Magnificent strike. Will that change the momentum?
And I hope he hasn't done any damage to the vehicles going on the road outside, because with the power Mohammad Nabi has, this was sent out of the ground. Talk about nerves, talk about experience, talk about the quality of a batter that Mohammad Nabi is. And for so long, in 46 countries that Afghanistan has conquered, in every one of them Mohammad Nabi has had a part. What a shot that was.
One country missing, India. They might beat them in the upcoming Champions Trophy if they reach semi-finals or finals.
Hello.
They came very close to beat them in Bengaluru in T20 match.
Well, they've already got one draw against India, Afghanistan. But yeah, they have been waiting for that victory as well. In the T20 format, it was coming, 2 super overs. But let's have a look at that picture earlier on. Mohammad Nabi, I mean, probably talking to Darvesh Rasuli, another big slogger off the ball, that what are you doing? Bringing your head forward, bring your bat forward, man. I think Bangladesh. And coming back to this, Darvesh Rasuli discussing it early on. So he's telling him, Jonathan Trott out there in the middle, the brains of the Afghanistan cricket.
Well, one area that Afghanistan cricket has been blessed, nurturing young talent coming through. When Rashid came along, Nabi was there. When Azmatullah coming along, all of the spinners, particularly Ghaznfar, the way Rashid supported in his first outing. And not to forget Noor, the Kohinoor, was nurtured very well by Nabi and Rashid. 27 overs gone. It's Nelson, 1-1-1 for 5.
پریزما ځانګړی او د لوړ کیفیت لرونکی جوس. پریزما د افغانستان په کچه لومړی درجه جوس. نړیوال معیار، هیوادنی تولید. پریزما د افغانستان کرکټ ملي لوبډلې د بریا په هیله.
$111.5 if they go at the current rate, 206 to make it competitive, 249 at the rate of 6. You expect more, 270 competitive score on this pitch?
I think in the context of the game, 270 is a little unlikely, but can be. It's about how well they stay together. So a bit of a fumble there, probably. Mahmudullah Riyad throwing his hand into it, one of the very fine fielders and one of the very fine servants of the Bangladesh cricket. A decent character, wonderful person, bowls off spinners as well. Hasn't been asked to bowl today. A lot of options with the skipper, Shanto. But again, 270 I think is likely if these two stay there. If any wicket falls, then 270 would be a little far.
Bangladesh were looking for redemption in one-day format, all formats, after what occurred against South Africa, after receiving quite a hammering against South Africa, looking for redemption. Brilliant start with ball in hand. It's about getting through the gears, it's about completing the innings. They started well, but then they allowed the Afghan batters to build partnerships as well.
Yeah, and this has already been the highest partnership. 42 runs now and still going on. They just cannot let this continue, because you know that Mohammad Nabi can really take the game away from you. Skipper Hashmatullah Shahidi just playing that hand, anchoring the innings, and the right hand, left hand combination, making it a little tough for the bowlers. Adjusting the line. Rotation of strike from the Afghanistan point of view is going to be really handy, not to allow the bowlers to settle.
Brilliant. The bowling has been good and excellent support provided by the fielders as well. Like Afghanistan, Bangladesh enjoy good fan following, passionate fans.
Passionate fans, I mean really passionate fans. I remember in Sylhet, I was talking to you earlier, remember? It was raining, it was pouring rain. Athar Bhai was sitting next to me, and the fans are not going to move. They're going to just sit there and wait for the game to start. It started, and Bangladesh ended up winning that series of the T20, 114 for 5 after 28.
فقیری ستیل تولید کننده سیخ گل گرید است الی 75 مطابق با استاندارد بین المللی ASTM A615. فقیری ستیل نماد کیفیت و استحکام.
$114 for 5. Afghanistan making a recovery, sort of recovery already, 2 partnerships, and this has been a significant partnership between Nabi and Hashmatullah, the captain of the side, 43 of 49. Change in bowling. Sorry into the attack. Mustafizur Rahman.
Yeah, I think this is a good decision. You want Mustafiz to come and break the partnership. Talking about fans, how important they are. Like the 12th man. All the support that you get from your fans, a little bit unpredictable, like the weather. Sometimes they are calm, sometimes they are noisy, sometimes they are shouting, but bring a lot of love into this game of cricket.
Well, Afghanistan is hosting this game here. It starts. Gets it fine. Men on the boundary, 2 men on the boundary on the onside, one at the fine leg, one at the square leg position. We've seen a series of deliveries against Hasmat. It's dropping it short.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see what Fiz will want to do against Mohammad Nabi. Look at how much of a swing he's getting. Fiz is really getting the ball to swing nicely and been in a good touch. Getting Siddiqullah Adil plumb out as well, when we were expecting a lot from after 368 runs, consecutive 550s in the T20 format in the emerging Asia Cup, becoming the player of the series and showing that mental toughness here today as well. He was playing nicely, but I think Fiz set him up nicely. He just bowled a little fuller, and that shot that he goes across went on to hit the pads. Now, change in the field. A fielder has been brought into the 3rd slip region, I guess, probably gully or 3rd slip. You will tell Devendra. They are looking for that edge outside the bat of Mohammad Nabi.
I remember when he appeared on the scene, Mustafizur Rahman, taking the world of cricket by storm, winning series against South Africa, Pakistan, India, bowling a lot of cutters, was picked by IPL team, Deccan Chargers then. And since then, the experience of playing various leagues in different conditions has helped him a great deal. Gets the inside edge, will take a run. Those variations provided him with a lot of success over the years. Today he's been able to collect 3 wickets for 19.
Yeah, you can tell different lengths and getting a wicket at the length and the short length. Just testing the batters differently and doing the homework right. Earlier, I was talking to Andrew and telling him that Mohsen, who was the video analyst with the Bangladesh national team, used to be the video analyst for Afghanistan, so should come with some experience and some inside information maybe about the Afghanistan batters, and played cricket together. A lot of cricket, I guess. 16 ODIs before this. Bangladesh having the edge, having won 10 out of them.
Wants a run. And have to settle for a single. Now he has to hurry. Also Phil Simmons coaching the side. Earlier used to be coach of Afghanistan national side before the 2019 Cricket World Cup. Remember, Bangladesh has never won an ODI at this venue.
And they are coming here and playing after 29 years as per the ODI format is concerned. So quite a history, right? If we could quickly look back all the games that Afghanistan and Bangladesh have played. Do you remember the innings between Asghar, Afghan, used to be Stanekzai at that time, and Samiullah Shinwari, the last 10 overs in the Asia Cup, I guess?
Nicely struck through the offside for a single. 29 overs have been bowled. It's 120 for 5. Drinks on the field.
شازل موگران وطن زی چی بیا کو آباد دخل وران کور مسکن زی چی بیا کو آباد شازل موگران وطن زی چی بیا کو آباد دخل وران کور مسکن زی چی بیا کو آباد زی دی شانو میرو کی
څه شروع دې کړې د دې وجه چې دغه ګلانو ته وګورو چې دا وګوري د ترافیکو اشارې ته وګورو چې دا څه پیدا قربان د سموره دغه ګلانو ته خوشحالي ورکړي دغه د ترافیک اشاره شو په دغه شل کالو کې خراب او شوی وو اوس شکر د الله فضل ده چې شین شوی ده کله شین شي کله سور شي نو دې ته اوبه اچومه چې له خیره بیا وچ نه شي اوس موسم چې ته څه هدف لرې هلته چې ترافیکي اشارې خو ډېرې مهمې دي په یو ښار کې په سړکونو کې چې ترافیکي اشارې وي د خلکو ډېرې ستونزې حل کېږي ډېر وخت دغه ترافیکي اشارې ګل وي هېڅ چا نه لیدلې چې دا روښانه شي اوس الحمدلله چې روښانه شوي دي او ترافیک هم شپه ورځ زحمت باسي په سړکونو ولاړ دي په چارایانو کې ولاړې دي قوانین ښه شوي دي د نظم ښه شوی ده اما متاسفه ده چې بعضې هېوادوال اوس هم دغو اشارو ته توجه نه کوي نه ګوري چې چراغ سور ده او که شین ده بس په خپل سر روانې داسې زیاسې دي ډېره چې نور دغه هېوادوال دغه ترافیکي اشارو ته مو بیخي جدي پاملرنه وکړي خو زه به هم دغه وایم چې خلک باید قوانین مراعات کړي وروره پوه شولې و ترافیکان بېچارهګانو شپه ورځ موږ ته زحمت وباسي چې کله اشاره سره شي باید دوی ودرېږي چې کله شنه سي دوی باید لاړ سي نو زه په دې اوبو اچومه چې دا همدغسې تازه پاتې شي چې بیا ګل نیسي او کله شنه سي او کله سره سي ولا چې ډېر ښه فکر دې کړی دی خدای پاک دې نور زموږ د ښارونو څراغونه نه مړه کوي الله تعالی دې دغه ښارونه نور بد نظره وساتي او خدای پاک دې همدغه ترافیکي اشارې او دغه زموږ د ښارونو ټول څراغونه همداسې رڼا لري همدغسې روښانه لري.
درنو لیدونکو اوس تاسې کولی شئ د ملي سپورټ نشرات د اپلیکیشن له لارې وڅارئ. تاسې د خپل تلویزیون سکرین په پرده د کیو آر کوډ وینئ. لومړی دغه کوډ سکین کړئ چې تاسې به په مستقیم ډول پلی سټور او یا هم اپ سټور ته داخل شئ. د ملي اپلیکیشن راښکته کړئ او ملي سپورټ انتخاب. اوس د نړۍ په هر کې د ملي سپورټ خپرونې او پروګرامونه وڅارئ. ملي سپورټ د افغانستان د خلکو ورزشي رسنۍ. پریزما ځانګړی او د لوړ کیفیت لرونکی جوس. پریزما د افغانستان په کچه لومړی درجه جوس. نړیوال معیار هیوادنۍ تولید. پریزما د افغانستان کرکټ ملي لوبډلې د بریا په هیله.
They are giving rosy picture to Afghanistan cricket. Still Karote and Rashid Khan to come. Has been tremendous support for Bangladesh cricket team. Fans flocking in from all parts of United Arab Emirates to support Bangladesh cricket team. In the evening, we expect Afghans to turn up as well. Mustafizur has been absolutely marvellous today, assessing the conditions and bowling accordingly. Spot on with his line length and variations.
Well, they need to break the partnership because the scale of his partnerships, 164 I was referring to between Asghar Afghan and Samiullah Shinwari. Asghar Afghan scoring those 90 runs and Samiullah Shinwari finishing on 81. So once again, the stage they are setting for themselves. Mohammad Nabi will hold the key, who's on 29 of 26. Can you believe he's striking at above 100 under the circumstances where it's not been easy for the other batters to score?
Going down the pitch, he holds the key for the prosperity of Afghanistan cricket team. As Ian Smith mentioned in his commentary in the ICC T20 World Cup in Caribbean nations, there's a lot of history in Nabi, the whole history of Afghanistan cricket. He's aging with Champions Trophy coming up, and that single brings up 50 partnership between Hashmat and Nabi, doing the repair work, limiting the damage. Strike rotation has been the key in this partnership. 35 and 30 respectively, two batters. Where's the contribution coming in from Nabi? Just a slight change in approach. Now they are prepared to use their feet, footwork, against the spin bowlers, with ball not quite turning on this pitch.
Yeah, it's very important that they stay calm. And looking at the way the partnerships are built, giving each other the due respect and just utilizing the conditions. At this stage, another 5 overs, I think, need to be calm. Stay at the wicket, don't give away your wicket. And maybe in the last 15 overs, you might want to take your chances knowing that Rashid Khan and Nangyal Kharotai and even now Mohammad Ghazanfar will follow. And probably anything above 230 could be a very, very competitive total here.
Cricket delivery trying to create the angle. He's bowling to the field. 2 men on the boundary on the onside, 2 on the offside for Hashmat. With the deep mid wicket on the boundary, men at the long on. Dancing down the track, just knocking it down the ground to take a single. That's been the focus in this over. 4 singles accumulated. 30 overs gone. 124 for 5 Afghanistan.
آیا ستاسو اجناس ټاکلي ادرس ته په وخت نه رسیږي؟ آیا د توکو په لیږد مو ډېرې پیسې مصرفیږي؟ آیا په خارج کې مو دوستان د توکو د ناسمو رسیدو له امله خوابدي دي؟ ستاسو د هرې ستونزې حل یوازې له آریانا کارګو سره دی، د تضمین، سرعت او کیفیت نوم.
Bangladesh has got a potent bowling lineup, especially the fast bowlers over the years, and replicating the performances, the reputation that they built over the years of taking wickets. Mustafizur getting 3, 2 for Tashkil. Firm stroke to mid wicket.
Yeah, but I'm really thinking about where from the Bangladesh can get a wicket, because it has now been exactly 10 overs and 2 deliveries since they haven't got a wicket. On the top of that is the partnership that is building 53 runs. And more importantly, Hashmatullah Shahidi and Mohammad Nabi have found their feet. So can you just let go all the hard work that you have done early on? Because anything about 230 and more could be really difficult on this surface, I tell you, Devendra. Now, would it be that you go to Shomya Sarkar, Muhammadullah Riyad, for just an over, for a change? A bit of sloppy work will add to the worries, I believe. A single that shouldn't have been given away, have now been given away. Importantly, rotation of the strike, which holds the key in the partnerships.
Just rolling his wrist over. Late. Rishad, the leg spinner, was taken for runs today. Maybe in particular. See it against his bowling. It's a different surface. The ball is not quite coming onto the bat. Lack of pace from the surface, not much of bounce. It's not that easy to take wickets. The ball is not swinging. It's about not making mistake from batting perspective. Oh, that could have been fatal.
Well, now where do you want to hide, Rishad? Because this was a blunder. That single given away is another thing, but how can you miss that? It was an opportunity, and guess what? It has been shelled. And you hear this mic sound, the sound coming from the mics, some mics. Nabi telling his friend, wake up, wake up. Yeah, disaster. You can look at Anto's expression. Keep your eyes. Look at the players. Well, you can make any excuses you want, Hashmat, but that was a run out. And that would be the last thing you want after all the hard work as the batters you've done. 56-run partnership, come on. You cannot just give it away. But this is a game of cricket. You can't let such opportunities slip from you.
Afghanistan slowly but surely coming into the game. They get to the 40th over. No further damage. They can be devastating for Bangladesh in bringing about that disruption that can change the course of the action. Deep square on the boundary. Clips the ball nicely. With conscious effort from the two batters to rotate the strike, take singles. Spaces available on the onside. Not trying to do anything adventurous. The two batters in the middle. And they don't have to, because there are plenty of spaces in the outfield to work singles and twos.
You know, maybe there was a two on the offer early on, but because of that scare, and I hear Hashmatullah Shahidi talking about the saying, it was a little risky, probably, but the ball was still away from the fielder. You know, these small things come into play. Ooh, managing to just get away with that. Well, end of the over, 128 for 5.
مخاطبان گرامی، شما اکنون می توانید نشرات شبکه ملی اسپورت را ذریعه اپلیکیشن ملی نیز بیننده باشید. QR کدی که روی قاب تلویزیون هایتان می بینید ابتدا اسکن نموده مستقیم راهی پلی استور و اپ استور موبایلتان می شوید. پس از نصب اپلیکیشن ملی گزینه ملی اسپورت انتخاب نمایید و برنامه‌های شبکه ملی اسپورت را در هر جایی که هستید می توانید بیننده باشید. ملی اسپورت، شبکه ورزشی مردم افغانستان.
Steady in progression with bat in hand, Afghanistan. Flick to the onside in the air. Combination of pace and spin. Trying to find a way to take a wicket. He has been really struggled into this innings. At the beginning for Afghans, losing plenty of wickets up front.
Mistake, boy. Coming here, let's.
Nicely worked to the onside for a single. Another single. Frustration building up for Bangladesh captain.
Well, it's been a kind of a similar kind of a show on both ends. You will have a feeling that there are two on offer, but running between the wickets been a little slow, and after that last scare being a little more cautious. On the other hand, Bangladesh also a little bit sloppy in the field, maybe a little bit of frustration building because wickets not coming, and this is not good.
If you try to analyze the tonal expression from the wicketkeeper or the fielders around, you just can see their sense of anger. You've got to be careful, Afghanistan. They cannot afford to throw wicket in form of run out or in some other form. Last wicket fell when the score was 71. Looking to attack the stumps. At good pace as well, 93 km per hour. Is he thinking about big shot, Nabi? Long on, deep mid wicket, deep square. Nicely driven down the ground for a single.
Yeah, don't be too adventurous, Devender. I don't think it's really a necessity at this stage. Another 5 overs, or maybe 3, another 3-4, and then you can start taking him on.
Communication between Nabi and Hashmat about the nature of the surface and how they should be playing, getting the inside edge. One run, bit of a hesitation, single to culminate the 32nd over. Afghanistan developing a partnership, progressing along 132 for 5.
فقیری استیل تولید کننده سیخ گل گرید 60 الی 75 مطابق با استاندارد بین المللی ASTM A615. فقیری استیل نماد کیفیت و استحکام.
Taskin now operating from the pavilion end. His initial spell, of course, from the Sharjah club end. In his 7th over, 2 for 34. You have to say, looking at scored now with 18 overs remaining and 2 set batters, it's hard to believe Afghanistan were 36 for 4 at one stage. Should the rest have gone down? I've got Ramiz Raja alongside me. These are the wickets, in fact, that Taskin has taken up to this point in
time. It's been a fight back from Afghanistan, and a good one, partnership of 61. I haven't seen this pitch to misplay a lot. It still can be assessed as a good batting surface. And you'll see now Afghanistan increase the tempo, because they want wickets in hand in the last 10 overs of this contest with the bat. And so you see the likes of Hashmatullah and Nabi and Rashid to unleash their fury and talent.
You'd actually think that 250 is a very realistic possibility if these two batters can stay together, and Rashid still to come. The lights are on now, haven't taken effect really yet. Only about a third of the ground is in shadow at the moment. Contrasting efforts from these two batters. The captain, Hashmatullah, he's striking at the moment at 56 runs per 100 balls, and Nabi, well, he's almost 98 runs per 100 balls, 1 4, 2 6s, and he's been the man who's really injected some urgency into the Afghanistan batting this afternoon.
It's almost like the tale of two halves with Afghanistan batting. It's not the first time we've seen this rearguard action from Nabi. Possibly later when Rashid is out there also, because they allow the youngsters, the big strikers, to really go and play their natural instinctive game. And then if it doesn't work for Afghanistan, then they have this fallback position through Hashmat and Nabi and Rashid. And Nabi is now, I mean, his strike rate is brilliant, but he's also played the situation so cleverly. 36 of 37. He knew that his role was to inject some aggression and make sure that there's a partnership rolling as well. That's down the leg side, given as a wide. Just good awareness from Nabi, and Hashmatullah is the leader. We feel that he's got calm demeanor to be the leader, and it's been evident the way he's batting in this tough scenario. 42 of 75. But you have to say that Afghanistan clearly missed the trick, because there was this chance of wrapping up this innings if they had been just a little bit more proactive. They allowed this to spread around and allowed Afghanistan to pick up a partnership. And sadly, that's how usually it's done in subcontinent from leadership point of view. They just do the run-of-the-mill stuff as a leader at times. 135 for 5.
استاد میشه می درسای گذشته را یک تکرار کنی؟
به خاطر که وقت ما کم است امکان نداره، مگر من تمام درس‌ها رو همراهتان شریک می‌سازم.
استاد اون درس‌ها خو اینترنت زیاد کار داره.
بهانه همیشگی تو خو اینترنت است. راه حلش کس میفهمه؟
ما میفهمم استاد. با اینترنت افغان تلکام دیگه بهانه کردن نمیتونه.
بله، بساهای جدید اینترنت DSL افغان تلکام به شما اجازه می‌دهد تا دسترسی نامحدود به اینترنت داشته و اینترنت سریع و فوق‌العاده را تجربه نمایید. 3.5 Mbps در بدل 1100 افغانی، 6 Mbps در بدل 1600 افغانی، 10 Mbps در بدل 2500 افغانی. ما همیشه در تلاش برای ایجاد سهولت و ارتباطات نامحدودتان هستیم. افغان تلکام، یگانه شرکت مکمل مخابراتی ملی.
Just over a runner ball gets Afghanistan to that point in time. Rashad Hossain now from the Sharjah club end. Mohamed Nabi, 2 sixes so far. And that takes him to 107 sixes that he's hit in one-day international cricket. That's the most by any Afghanistan batter. He's the only Afghanistan batter, in fact, to have cleared the rope 100 times or more in this format. He's a power hitter. Hashmat trying to join in with the fun and games there.